it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope boys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. Yesterday we had ourselves a hell of a good set of duels over on the EU. A bunch of boys get to test out the class changes, man. Them red pally buffs. I guess red pallies were pretty good before these buffs, right? But they're looking kind of good, dude. Took a whole neighborhood taking side down. I can't believe it, man. I really think they got to do something with Paladin where, like, I'd like them to like make a change for Paladins where they're a little bit more fair for certain classes to fight in 1v1, because there's some hard counters, man. Like, make it so that they're still decent for 3s and RBGs and things like that, right? But they're a lot more easier to face in 1v1, right? I don't know if there's a way that they can adjust it where they're like a little bit better or about the same in 3s, but then like a little bit more doable in 1v1s. I don't know if they can do that at this point, right? That I don't know what kind of black voodoo magic they had to pull off, because I think that's exactly what they would need. But how you boys all doing? I'm just hoping they find some kind of tuning for it, you know what I mean? If not season 2, maybe 0.5, which doesn't look like it's going through a lot of class changes. Maybe season 3, which, by the way, they got votes for that. It looks like Priory, Arakara, Dawnbreaker, and Floodgate are voted, which I'm surprised by Floodgate, actually, boys. I'm actually surprised by Floodgate. Let me get this up and running, dude. Paladin. Yeah. This is gonna be tonight. Hopefully we can picture the same thing as Palas, dude. Because honestly, like, watching you boys play against Palas, at some point, like, especially watching Warriors play against Palas, I do feel I do feel the pain. I really, really do. I really start to feel the pain. It is like, man, like, what do you do? All you can do is run. Dawn light? Alright, I gotta run. I gotta wait until it drops down. Catch a reset. Like, bro, it is something. It is something to witness, honestly. She was like, oh, my bad. Yeah, I'm dumb. I am dumb. It's okay. I was just talking about how Warriors have a hard time with Palas. Not like it was anything important, really. Right. Let me set it up for some groups. I'm gonna get first one up and running. We need 2 groups available. I'll post it in a second how to join in over in the chat. Beautiful. Thank you for letting me know, man. I really gotta find a way to like auto adjust audio as soon as I switch to like non-intro screen or something along those lines, dude. I gotta figure something out. I keep forgetting about it. It goes past me pretty quickly. I hate the way the Discord is going. Can you tip the mic? Can you tip the mic? Can you please tip the mic? Like this way? Or what do you mean by that? Or like, so it's like a little bit more linear. Hold on, what does the mic even look like? I kind of just have it like facing me, facing my mouth. Or like, you mean off screen? Not really, not necessarily. My mic is really low also. Oh, okay. Did I move the mic too? Or was that like a reset on OBS? I think it might have been a reset on OBS. Okay, is this loud enough? Do I need to make it quieter or louder? Can I go? Yeah. Hold on, Mario, I got you. Okay. Are we good now? You're really low. Dalaran shock Pikachu face when you realize this. Yeah. Let me know if the mic is good. Because I have it up now. That's better, buddy. Okay. Do I need to get a lower, higher? Because it's like, it says it's peaking in the red. But I don't think it's true. I think it's lying to me. I could be wrong on that. You guys let me know if it needs to be quieter, louder, all that. All right, that's good. All right, we'll roll with that. All right, groups are up. If you guys want to join in, we got one up and running over in the... Pin that real quick in the chat. We got one in the LFG multi-core. If y'all want to join in, Mario or is already in. Are we getting Conan? Are we getting the boys in here? Are we getting the regular in here? Hold on a second. Hold on. Well, let's get invite, man. Who else do we get in? Who else do we get in here? Oh, hold on a second. Yo, he's a Dalaran arena already. Conan, my man. Are we gonna have your friend join in by chance? Your buddy, your pal friend? Let's see. Conan, Seavark. I'll see if Seavark is on to join in. T-Root is a motherload. I'm gonna let him do the motherload thing. I'm gonna let him do doing the mother load. Wait a second. We got hockey in when he's out. Boomies got buffed up. I actually want to see if Boomies can actually do anything now, dude, because they've should feel a little bit better. Jaredus asked me about duels the other day. Hosting some 5v5s if you wanna join, friend. Here we go. I'll hit him up real quick. Landis, he's already doing stuff. I don't know who that is though. I don't know who that is. Yo, duels. See if Where wants to join in by chance. Azon was already in. Beautiful. I don't think Quinn joins in normally. Soul played some Veggie 100 World PvP. Honestly, Soul was like, yo, can I bring a tank Veggie 100 at some point? Goes. I was like, you know what? I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that if you want to do that. At this point, I'm cool with that. Are we getting executes in? Hold on. Because we got the Pally on this team. So if you want to join in, man, you're more than welcome to. Yo, Trickster is in? Hold on a second. This man is in ringing deep. So I might be able to get that guy joined in too. Vamp? Let's see if Vamp is join in. Hey, wanna join? You wanna join? Can't spell. Jesus Christ. I keep adding, like, I want to write wanna, but I keep putting space before the A, dude. My hands, what are you doing? Let's see if Vamp is down to join some duels. I'll hit him up as well. Oh, Chrono Maggie? Yo, how you doing, my guy? I don't know if you want to bring your Chrono in there, dude. But I'm watching? Okay. Mother, I can join the Jardis if you want to, my dude. Whatever you want to do, my guy. VAR? Yo, we haven't had VAR in these in some time, dude. He's a Darflame Cleft. I'll ask him, yo, I'll still extend the offer either way, yeah? I'll still extend the offer because we're trying to build up the first group here really quick. Let me see if, let me get another boy in here. Let me see if I can reach out to my boy, Demoniac, dude. See if he is around or something, man. Because we haven't seen that boy in quite some time. So if we can get him and potentially get like Flex or something, that would help to load the groups real nicely, real quickly. But yeah, we'll give it a second and I'll just start hitting up the other boys as well. Still playing with the Pally thing? Yeah? I still agree with the Pally thing. Dude, their Pallies, I've heard, were not great in like group content anymore for PvP, like twos, PG Blitz, all of that. But like in 1v1s it keeps slamming. So I'm wondering if they can somehow structure stuff so that like, you know, so that you can actually make them, I don't know, less of a pain in them cheeks when dueling, but like make them viable for like 2s, 3s, PvP in general. You know what I mean? Would the World PvP Zone and Redeems be a good honor farm? Yeah, like if you're just trying to like farm honor, like the currency, I'd say like Battlegrounds probably is the best, you know, winning the BG, winning Epic BG, doing the quest. Pretty good time just getting raw honor. I had to get a bunch of honor recently, like in a single day, like cap out my honor. And I found that just doing BGs with the quest, even Epic BG, especially if they end quickly or if they win one, you can get a lot of honor that way. But I was trying to get like, there's no good neck pieces for rogues in PvE content. Like versatility and haste were best stats, but like we got a crit versa neck, which is crit heavy, I'm pretty sure. And then we got like crit haste ones in raid, haste mastery, haste heavy in dungeons, like Cinderbrew. So I was like, I need like haste versa. So you either craft one or you get the PvP one and just boost it up to champ track. But you can't just put sockets on that. You need to get the PvP socket item. So yeah. Has anyone else experienced a lag? Hopefully not, dude. Over the last few days, we've had a real bad lag and a bunch of DDoS too. So hopefully not, man. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. The game has been getting DDoS way too much recently. And I kind of hate it, man. I kind of hate it, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, wanna join some... You see where maybe down to join in. I'll extend the offer either way. Dark Messiah, man. I have been messaging Messiah I think every single week, and that man's yet to respond to me. Or if he does respond to me, he's usually doing something else. So it's been a hot second, man. I miss that guy. I miss that man. Let's see. Collect is a PvE friend. Ken is, I don't think he'll ever join Duels. Light's in. Mario's in. Well, let's gonna get in. Quinn hasn't messaged me before. Bonerous, dude. That's a blast from the past. He doesn't PvP, I don't think. Maybe he does. I have no idea, actually. Vara messaged. I mean, I know you want to join at some point. Hey, now, did you see the Snoopy's 11.1 burst test video? I did not know. I did not know. There's Snoopy was one of the channels that YouTube used to recommend me constantly, but like I usually just watch YouTube for like whatever it recommends me. And Snoopy, for some reason, it like stopped recommending me any of his videos when he started playing Classic, like 20th anniversary. I noticed that, and it's like, I guess it's because YouTube is like, oh, you don't really watch a lot of Classic stuff. Snoopy's playing Classic. I'm just not going to recommend you. So I literally have to go out of my way to like see what the boy's been up to. Unless it just pops up in like a random little short here and there. Yeah, it does not recommend for some reason. YouTube does YouTube things, so I'm just like, I have to go out of my way. Even Rextroy, dude, used to show up his videos all the time whenever he posts a new one. Now the only way I know that he posts one is through Icy Veins if they post about it. For some reason, it just doesn't show up. Look at the lineup. Only reason I joined to fight Conan. Wait, look at this lineup. Only reason I joined is to fight Conan on the other team. Okay, okay. Okay. So got a note from Boris. Boris is basically not really playing the game as much, which is unfortunate. Someday. Hold on. Yeah, gotta have to hit Boris with that salute, man. We ain't gonna be seeing him for a long while, it looks like. I look on the rest of the classes. Fair. Alrighty, so I message hockey. Potentially it could be another fill. Lightson. Wait. I did message hockey. Okay. VAR message. You will be on the other team. I guess I could get Trickster in on this team, but we'll still need to fill. Hockey, Chrono, Trickster, maybe Seavark? I could put Seavark on your team. I want to see if he's down. Wanna duel? Question mark? Chicago! Hey, those? Hold on a second. With Chicago, though. Hold on a second. Sure. Okay, we can get Chicago on this team, I guess. But should we put Chicago on the other team? Okay, let me see if I can get Trickster in too. Hey, don't today? Hey, wanna see if maybe Chrono is down? Trickster, let's see what it says. What time? We are putting groups together now. Friend? Yo boys, quick question. New friends? Yo. Oh, what? Oh, that's not gonna work. Never mind. I cannot get you in. Sorry, friend. Sorry. You're level 70. That literally will not work. Okay. Neat. So we got Merlin as well. I honestly have no clue. Coming on him. No, Evan. Yo, is that your main? Is it on your main? Yo, boys, quick question. This is the scythe from Last Boss of Taurus. It can drop on every difficulty, but one chance weekly on all difficulties, or one chance per weekly. So the blue scythe, pretty sure every single difficulty has a chance to drop a blue scythe. Even though it doesn't list in like the tooltip, it has a chance to drop, I think, from every. I think if you're like trying to go for the blue, you can do an LFR, normal, heroic, mythic. Pretty sure. Red one only drops from mythic, but the blue can also drop from mythic. We had a paladin. We killed the boss. 3 sides dropped on the boss kill on mythic. 2 of them were red. 1 was blue, and the pally friend of mine at the time, I guess friend, not really, sorta, he got the blue one for some reason. It's kind of like the Ansorex mount, right? You know how you have like the mythic version, but then you also have like the one that can drop on any difficulty. That mount is basically Ansorex. I don't know if they, maybe they did the whole like consolidation, so you only have to get it on like, you know, heroic or normal, and it adds the chances to drop from like LFR to that difficulty range. Or it is old instance that didn't do that yet, so probably you can get a chance on LFR, normal, heroic, and mythic. I'm assuming. I'm guessing here, based on how the game functioned for a while. Yeah, what I think I'll do is I'll put Chicago on the opposite team so then we can have him lead. Merlin, Trickster, we can get you guys in here in a second. And we'll need a couple more bodies, dude. I remember when Dan used to join these two, man. Dan's been busy, boy, for a very, very long while. Hey, wanna join 5v5? Yes. After that arena. See if maybe ASAP is down. Bald? Is that the same Bald that I know, or is that a different Bald? Is that the same Bald or a different Bald? Hold on. Bald. Is that the same Bald that I remember? Last time I messaged him, he didn't say anything, so I have no idea. If it is the same Bald, then I think I know that guy. I think. If it isn't, then I don't know him. Dude, I don't know who nobody is at all. It is bad. It is really, really bad. Landis is another person I thought I knew. I don't remember. I have no idea. Invite. Yo, hold on. Hockey. Where is you? Here we go. Beautiful. So we need an Onomasa on this team, and it'll be golden. And then I can put Chicago over on the. So what I think we could do is Merlin could go here. Then we get Chicago War and Trickster possibly on the opposite team. And we do that, right? I'll give him my sides if I could. I don't like both. I don't like them, dude. What do you mean you don't like them? They're pretty good looking. Like as far as weapons are concerned, the Agrimar sword and the scythe from Legion. Okay, you know what? Even if you don't get it right now, even if you don't get lucky with the scythe, don't worry about it, because I said so. No, because Legion Remix is apparently getting worked on, so we know that it's coming. So if you haven't gotten the site, there's probably going to be a chance for you to be able to get it guaranteed through a Legion Remix. So if you want to, like, you know, not deal with the RNG right now, which I mean, I've been doing a little bit of the runs on Legion as well, like Shackle or Zul, I still won this thing. I played back in Legion, but I never got the chance to actually own this thing, so I kind of want it. It's so good looking. The OG is really, really good. But yeah, if you're just like, you know what, I hate the RNG, man. I hate the RNG. Like, you can just went into the Legion Remix, honestly. That's also a possibility. Thanks, y'all. Yay. Just asking in the video, did the rest of the regular players where it was the lowest burst of all DPS specs? Have you seen it do good burst in duels? Red? So usually I imagine Red would have to play. I imagine most Reds would have to play Hammer if they really wanted to do the biggest burst. That being said, a lot of them in duels are Herald of the Sun, because that gives you a lot more sustained damage with the dot, Glimmer, as Wake of Ashes dot, and a couple other towns that give you a dot or two. Corner Maggie, yo, get in here, my man. You're actually gonna play Og? I mean, or Dev, whatever we'll play. All right, so for the team, we're gonna make Conan lead, making the second group real quick, making the second group quick. Hopefully quick. I guess I should add quick in quotes, shouldn't I? I should add quick in quotes. There we go. There we go. There we are. Beautiful. Alright, let me get Chicago in here. Invite. And Trickster might be able to hit me back up here in a bit, hopefully. So we can get him in here too. And I'm just gonna keep scouring through my B-net. Yo, the rooted. Hold on. The rooted. Wait, you can't get the rooted. What do you mean? You have a. Is that your gnome? You have the rooted. Yo, wait, actually, Marcus looks so good. Look at him. This is like a mountain climber gnome. At least that's the vibe that gives me. That looks so. It's like survivalist, man. That looks so good. The rooted should be unrooted, man. Uprooted. You can't get rooted. What are you talking about? Just got better RNG than me to heroic. I had Kazan's one heroic Jester ring. Bro, that's some luck right there. That's some good luck right there. Oh, hey, whoa, ASAP even was like, yo, invite me. How? Oh, it's not letting me invite you for some reason. Hold on. ASAP. Can't. invite if your VNet is off, but we got a group sign up in LFG under the core. I think I understand what happened. He might have went undercover, like he wants to play, but he's probably told his friends, "Hey guys, I gotta go hop offline." Yo, give me in on that. Give me in on that. I can't invite you directly unless have your character name. Okay, let me know. Or if you give me character name. Oh, okay, invite. Is that gonna work? Ooh, yes I did. Okay, we need 2 more. 2 moss and we'll be good. Should I just ask bald? I don't remember if that's the bald that I know or if that's a different bald. I do not remember. At all. At all. Fools is a healer. At least I have the note as a healer. I was gonna get in. I'm missing a, like, I had somebody in my brain earlier. I was like, I need to see if this guy's on, but I forgot who this guy was. I meant to message somebody, but I forgot about it completely. I forgot who I had in my mind there for a second. My brain just had a name and then lost it pretty quickly. New HO build the KIR. What the build is the new 4 Outlaw player. I'd say the ambush build, the HO build, the whole build is a little easier to get into. It's a little bit easier on the call point building and spending once you have your 4-set bonus. 4-set is kind of required to play it properly, but I do think that one is a little bit easier than how much to like catch. You roll the bones when you get 5 of them. That's a little bit harder. At least in my opinion, I think it's a little bit harder. DBG's also said he's going to be done, right? Last week. Man. Oh, let me ask bold. Hey, friend. Interested in some 5V5 duels? I'll just ask him anyway. He might not respond. That's what happened last week. We need a couple more bodies, and then we should be good to go. If you got any homies you want to invite, more than welcome to. More than welcome to. Try to see if I can get VAR in here as well. Layson is in, so at least we got a Paleo on each team. That's gonna be nice. Are we letting Shadow Priest void swap? Chat, should we let? I mean, I think it's just whatever. I say, yeah, use whatever you like. Yes, I'm just thinking let it. I'm just thinking yes. I'm thinking yes for now. If it becomes like a big problem of like, whoa, hold on a second. Shadow Priest is just absolutely unkillable. They take 0 damage and they do all the damage and they can swap. Yeah, got a spot just for you, homie. Hold on, my man just hit me up. My man just hit me up. We got groups, baby. I think gave us with my duels and still got rocked. Yeah, like we've had that a couple of times where Shadow Priest void swapped and still like came down. I think it was Kineric maybe versus you, right? Maybe it's another Shadow Priest, but I think it was maybe Kineric on his priest. Hold on, I just got an insta invite. Party's full. Damn it. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, cool. Yeah. Okay. At least ASAP doesn't have to go up against too many warriors on a single team, right? I'm gonna make Chicago lead because Chicago done these more than once, and hopefully we'll get a couple of good matches. Spectator match, Chicago and Conan. Did I mention Chicago's name? No, I didn't. Wait, yes I did. Yes I did. Here we are. Here we are, boys. We're going it. God dang doing it. We're dueling, boys. Yes, we are. But yeah, Jonas, if you're looking for a build, if you have a force, even if you don't have the force set, I feel like the HO build is a little bit easier, but it does become a lot better once you get your force set. It's kind of mandatory because then you can just roll, and then that gives you cooldown reduction, and then you get your cooldowns back quicker. It simplifies the rotation. Honestly, I think just getting your force set as soon as possible should be a priority. And then it just outly becomes so much easier and smoother to play after. It is that big of a deal. That tier piece is insane. Like, even if you get rid of veteran track and catalyzing gear, I think just, like, it's so good. It's mandatory. Alrighty, switch. Alrighty, we got ourselves team 1 over for the epic. We're out. Oh, hold on a second. I like this whole, I was thinking we were gonna put up a mount that kind of matches them up, but I like this whole, like, Dune looking Mad Max thing going on. We got Lacey, we got ourselves the Rooted. I love that set too, honestly. That bug looks great. We got Turk as well as Chicago on here. I like this red. I like this red a lot. A little bandana as well. A big fan of that completely. We're immediately grappled over to the other team. Immediately, before Lacey could even walk 2 steps out, immediately hit him with a sap, man. That is Outlaw Rogue for you. Is we're just chilling, trying to wait for some cooldowns, maybe. I think so. I like that set too. I feel like making a set with rogues in green. I'm gonna skip this song in the mix. I'm gonna do something different instead. Oh, that's a good one. I like this one. But I like the green. You know what I mean? I feel like green sometimes is hard to make work with rogues, but the green and gold and the stuff is the hat and the tabard. It looks so good. Pretty sure it is a tabard, right? Layson, that's gonna be your probably worst matchup here for Whir. Unless he's playing like, unless he's playing Ghosty, no, not Ghosty Strike. It is the Fatebound build. Yeah, that's about the only way you can make it work. I heard my boy Chills on some because of the state of a DK PvP. Yeah, I haven't heard from him, Johnny, but I wouldn't blame him, dude. Chills is a passionate Death Knight, but when the spec is just in like a terrible spot, yeah. Technically, like, they made the spec better in group content and big BG content and like Mad Cleese, but in 1v1s, man, taking away the stun for a lockdown was painful, dude. It was so nice to set up a nice Remorseless. So I'm hoping that Blizzard will bring it back, like as a PvP town, but maybe make it exclusive where you can't have both. Shows will immediately come back, I think. Stun onto Whir, try to see if he can get himself a setup. Gonna be immediate Searing Glare off of a stun. Cloak of Shadows is Whir, just trying to see if he can just ignore the blinds into an immediate killing spree. Almost popping that Shield of Vengeance, does get himself a reset. For an Outlaw Rogue to catch a Vanish, actually, is not the worst. Even if you go for a quick reset for a second, just being able to secure a longer Adrenaline Rush is massive, because that's where a lot of your damage comes from. Layson does go for a bit of a reset. Didn't get too many cooldowns out of him, at least as of the moment. What's up, AA? How you doing, my man? Hope you're doing good. Johnny, how is Chill Pills? I hear from Chill Pills, but he hasn't talked to me at all. He hasn't said nothing to me. What the hell? I gotta hit up the guy, see what the hell that's all about. We're starting to get a bit of a damage. Immediate trick out. Layson does get himself a stun. No Searing Glare this time around. But for Whir, there's going to be an opportunity to continue that Adrenaline Rush damage. Trying to see if he can slow to Layson with a kill spree, cannot escape, and big damage set up by the Outlaw Rogue with even more ambushes. Got himself lots of damage. Big hit with a coup de grace with a kidney shot to follow after. Trying to see if he can get himself a decent setup. Possibly. Kill spree coming back up very, very soon. Disarm is available. Does go for the disarm. As long as he doesn't get CC'd, you might be okay. Layson's gonna have to bubble. Does go for the bubble. We're looking for a reset. Does get himself mobility with the stun right after. No human ration to break out of it. Layson does get a lockdown with the Searing Glare to follow. The Rogue has himself a massive mobility, but the dot. Do you die? Burst aid for a second just to catch up. Wait, the dot falls off. Layson mounting up. Hold on a second. Now the pilot has no bubble. He does have a bob though. So Whir needs to make sure he is actually aces here with defenses, with survivability. Does get bonked on the head with a judgment. Balansical protection is going to ruin his day. Does go for the bop really, really early. Vanish for the Rogue before the dots are in. Unless? No, not dotted. At least I don't think so. Does have a Adrenaline. Trinket coming up very soon. Killing spree. I think he's got himself the perfect lineup. Lines are getting picked up. Adrenaline Rush for Whir does get the sap from a mile away. You gotta love it. As a trickster Outlaw Rogue. This is for an Outlaw the hardest matchup, so if you can deal with this, you might be okay. Big killing spree, blind to follow. Dust Trick and Cloak of Shadows, nothing can stop for a second. Shield of Vengeance, breaking past the Shield of Vengeance with a coup de grace. Got himself even more damage. Stun, no trinket for a second. Actually, no, he did trinket something. Will not be able to blind. Grapple is available. Does get himself a sippy with Layson trying to see if he can swing around the corner. Is it enough damage though? Does he have enough? Vanish available for the Rogue very, very soon. Does get himself a big roll. If he got himself a big decent setup, Trinket is available for Layson, so he's going to be able to break out of a stun immediately. You got to be very, very careful. I don't know if he has a health, though. Hold on a second. Ambush is a backup for Wur into a kidney shot. He's got him some maybe no damage. Kill spray to follow. Oh, the Outlaw takes it. This is your worst matchup as an Outlaw. Actually, the worst. I mean, the Warrior is probably going to end up kicking your teeth in just because you have no health, but the Paladin versus Outlaw is your worst matchup as Outlaw. It is not easy on Layson either because of the state of Pallies, but also for Rogue, definitely not easy on him whatsoever. I kind of like the mace. I really like that like Morningstar mace like he's got going on. I like that. The Wild Man Conan versus the Rooted. I say someone started on forum post, that's all I know. Did they actually make a forum post about it? Okay, well I guess I gotta check that out real quick. When I get a second here. I didn't even realize it. No, wait, class forums? Dude, I haven't looked at the class forums or WoW forums really in a long while. I guess recently since they're doing the whole voting for season 3 stuff for the dungeons. So I guess I looked at the forum posts there just to see what NA and EU is voting for the dungeons. Both regions have exactly the same dungeons in mind though. Surprisingly, Floodgate is one of them. Gonna be a fear out of Conan. Is chained down for a second. Cannot really go anywhere. Trying to see if he can get some kind of pressure over onto the Rooted. No parry out for the Warrior for a second here. Conan holding on to his defenses for a decent bit. Does go for defenses as he get a lockdown, a stun. Big demolish out of the Rooted. This gives Conan at least an opportunity here for a second to catch up a little bit of healing. Parry out for the Rooted. Conan just needs something in for a second just to live here. Doesn't have a slow or anything onto Rooted. Leaping away, but a charge to reconnect. Parry down. I don't know if you have any heals whatsoever. Now is the only opportunity you have to recover, but the Mortal Strike does deny any kind of healing with Hockey. Recently buffed up. I want to see how good a Boom Kid is going to be now. Could get himself a proper opener onto the Rooted. Immediate trinket hits the... Oh, no! Hit a tree with a stun. Fear and just going to walk away. That is super unfortunate. That is incredibly unfortunate. The tree ate a Stormbolt. I am not sure what happened there. I don't know what to say. Hockey does get himself at least a bit of a reset. Rooted was able to recover. He will need a Stormbolt to properly set up onto Hockey, but that was unfortunate to say the least, man. Oh no, leaping away. Hockey just looking for a complete reset for a second. For the Rooted, he's got almost everything available except for defenses. So for Hockey, this could be an opportunity. No trinket, no nothing. Going to pick up the eyes. Is going to be immediate root or flag. Doesn't really get to reflect the root either. But at least for Hockey, it's going to be some dots set up. Does get more damage with Moonfight and Sunfight, so that should drain the man over time. That damage was what, 30% buff for Moonfire Sunfire? As long as you get both of them running from a distance, you should be pretty good. Boomerang snowball sometimes going around the corner, does it? Oh, that's what happened. Yeah. Hockey does get himself a reset. Rooted back with a parry. Try to see if he can stay mounted. Hockey could go for a leap. Try to see if you can get ahead of the guy as best as possible. Might just need to burn a sprint. Should be able to get a proper opener. Root? No. Roar. Stormbolt right after it. No trinket available this time. Barskins, this is trapped up in the spear. Try to go for a Shadow Meld stun. Will not able to. Try to go for a clone. Does not get interrupted. No pummel out for the Rooted. Into a disso for a second. Trying to see if you just waddle away from him. Rooted does get Rooted, as his name implies. Hockey looking for a full reset, but not going to get much of a breather back there with the Warrior pressing on the offenses. Hockey just having to see if he can power shift out of there for a sec. I think it might be lights here. Unless he can get himself proper regrowth. Convoke to try to heal. Maybe a bit of recovery. Got himself a decent bit of healing at 40% dampening, but it's just not quite there. The trinket backup unavailable for the Root, so like you're going to have to play the long game now. You have to go for full recovery. He's just going to get out of a CC as soon as you get one. Maybe just a prowl. Catch a reset. Does mount up. Maybe a stun. No trinket. Does give you an opportunity to at least spend a couple of seconds going for a reset. If only your rake and the opener also slowed the guy too, right? Disarm Rooted does end up waiting out for a second. Trying to play the ring around the rosy. Just trying to be very, very careful when he sends in cooldowns. Does go for a flag. No mispressure to break out of the room for just a second. For Hockey, it's at least a little bit of recovery. The Druid cannot run in. He just cannot run in at the Rooted right now. He can't. If he goes in and stays in there, he's just going to die. So he has to play the slow and steady game. He has to. There's like literally no other option for him. What's up, boss? How you doing, my man? Hope you're doing good. Welcome, welcome. Rude into the silence. Got himself lots of potential damage. But into the distance is going to be Rude. Possibly have to go for parry. Goes up for line of sight. There's a bunch of damage just sends his way. Gives Hockey an opportunity to at least go for a bit of a reset. Still has himself cooldowns banked up and ready to go. Rude trying to see if he can cut across the middle. Maybe just looking for to pick up the eye. And for Hockey, is it going to be defensive play? He's probably going to have to wait until cooldowns are back up, right? Stormbolt immediately doesn't want the druid to go anywhere. Does fear him. Roar for a second. Reflect to try to break out of the cyclone immediately. Bear from just trying to tank this up as best as possible. Bunker down as best as you can. May need Heart of the Wild here. Is going to be emergency healing right then and there. That is a lot of pressure right now. For the Runic, he just needs one good hit. That's all he needs, one good hit. A couple of Ras from the mostly Healy focus. Moonfire does disarm and demolish with a shot of stun. Enter clone. Maybe this is where you go for a bit of reset. I know he wants to go aggressive at some point. He wants to go aggressive, but he has to play defensive. At 51% dampening, you ain't going to get any kind of healing whatsoever, though. This is going to be on 4. Does get himself a meld with the regrowth, picking up the eye. It's a bit of a game of cat and mouse right now. Hockey does not want to go down to an Armor's Warrior. I think it's in the Warriors, like, court. The game here. I think it's definitely in the Warriors court. He just needs himself a good opener. Big damage on the Hockey. Can't walk away. Full setup. Mortal Strike as though he needs one more. Ah, there it goes. Yeah, it's just rough, man. It's just rough. The banner, I feel like it's a little bit BM, but that is definitely rough. Aizen tried to, I like the look. Trying to, wait, you got yourself the Lion shoulder and the variant shoulder. I like that. I wish the metals would match it a little bit, right? Because it's like one dark metal. There's more like bright silver look to it. You know what I mean? Like, I like what you're trying to go for. I just would think the metals were a little bit more even. You know what I mean? The Rooted versus Aizen, not his favorite matchup at all. Pally versus a Warrior, definitely Warrior's least favorite setup. I'll let you go for a Reflect on a Hodge. That's the only way you could really turn it around, I think. Because you need a ton of pressure. Spear does not connect. Aizen able to avoid it. Taking a bit of damage here right now. Maybe looking for an immunity. Trying to go for a blind. Breaks it somehow. Laying hands right after. Got him some full reset. Was at literally 1 health for a second. Parry up with the Rooted. Trying to see if he can just keep the pressure rolling in. Trying to stay on top of the guy. The more Mortal Strikes you get, the better. It's going to be a full bubble out of Aizen. Trying to see if he can just go for the finisher here. If he can get himself another Hodge setup or anything, go to Rooted. Fear for a second. Waiting out. Something still keeping you dotted so you can't even go for a proper first aid, which is unfortunate. At least get himself a bit of mount up, and as long as the dots fall off, he should be able to get a second win kicking in here in just a second. For Aizen, he's just looking for a bit of recovery. Right now, it comes down to who stuns first. Trade stun. For Aizen, I think that stun, the Hodge probably could have been a win. Immediate win. Does get disarmed for a second. Reflect up for the Rooted. Got yourself a lot of range damage, man. Trying to see if you can bail out of it. If you can just drain the dot, the Warrior's health with a dot for as long as possible, you might be okay. That is a very short-lived Dawnlight, though. Incredibly short-lived. For Aizen, he does end up sending a second with just for health recovery. 65% damage. He got himself the range damage and a little bit of that dot damage. So at least make sure Rooted cannot recover second wind. He gotta find a way. I think the only way he wins right now is Reflect Hodge. Because if you Reflect the Hodge back at Aizen, he can't bop out of it. He can't even Spell Warden out of it. It just doesn't matter. Paladin got just enough burst. If you're low on health, he will be able to take you out then there. Epic Morales up next. Aizen still has Spell Warden. I don't know if Leon Hands is coming back anytime soon. He did have to use it really, really early. Maybe looking for Spell Warden here. At Paladins, bro. Paladins are not easy for a Warrior at all. Yeah, the only way you could one out, I think, is Reflect the Hodge. Because then at least he can't, like, Spell Warden it. He can't bop it. That's the only way you win. Otherwise, he's gonna have a bop ready for you. If I ban him for a week, if I could. Yeah, maybe the Villager will do some tuning, right? Make him a little bit more competitive for 2s, 3s, PG Blitz, RBGs. But then make him a little bit more like doable in 1v1. Chrono has to go in onto Morales immediately. He can't let him get any kind of setup whatsoever. Try to see if he can get ahead of the guy as best as possible. Just integrating him down is going to be Trinket. Deep breath right after. Gets a stun. A little bit of line of sight with those walls too. Bubble out from Morales. Chrono just needs a little bit of survivability. I don't know what you're going to do. At this idea dampening, all you can do is maybe counter pressure. Counter damage, counter pressure. Your healing is barely going to do anything. Yeah, and Morales just absolutely just keeps trucking the hammers back to back. The Rooted does pick up 3 though, so that's pretty good. Very well done. The duo put some food in my village. Alright, sounds good. See if we get ourselves Conan and Chicago back in, yeah? Let me know when you boys are ready. As soon as you got 5, just let me know if you got 5 still, and we'll just send it. We should be at 5, 40, 50, 50. Got a lot of duels done on the EU. I was looking at it because sometimes I double up on audio, not on purpose or anything. Didn't double up this time around or anything. It was just a lot of natty duels. Chicago, Conan, let me know when you boys are ready. Conan, whisper me. Ready? As soon as we know from Chicago, we'll send it. We'll send you guys into any arena map preferences, boys? Because I know Carnage, you guys didn't like that. You didn't like Carnage. I don't think you guys like Carnage either. Hockey stalling that duel, so it didn't help the healing. I mean, Hockey wasn't gonna go out. Like, look, hold on. If Hockey just walks out and just like stands next to a warrior, those mortal strikes are gonna kill you, right? His class is designed to kite. It's a range class trying to play at range. Blades? You really want to do blades? What are you, a menace? We're gonna do blades. You guys actually like blades? Dude, for what feels like years, I heard you guys say, I hate blades. Please don't do blades ever again. God, blades sucks. Black Rook World? We could do Black Rook. Yeah, blades, Black Rook. I'll jump down to the both. I like Black Rook Hold Arena. Chicago! Bud! My boy! Are you good? Or where? You guys still have 5 in your team? Chicago's AFK. Flashbang? Flashbang? Okay, Flashbang on an A I think is doable. Was AFK? All good, my guy. All good, all good. I appreciate you helping out with the groups every single week that you do help out. Because I know you're not here literally every week, but yeah. We'll do Blades Edge, then we'll do probably Black Rook, yeah. Wow, yes, Blades rules. I like Blades. I think aesthetically it's really cool. It's like, it's not too bright. It has this like nice lava. Hold on, let me explain to you why I like Blades, man. Let me just do this real quick. Switch. Let me explain why I like Blades. Hold on, can I uncouple the camera? No, I cannot. Okay, can I? No. Yeah, I don't know how to uncouple the camera anymore. Alright, I'll explain the blades after, dude. Switch. Got ourselves Chrono Maggie over for Magi? I think it's Magi, right? I don't think it's Maggie. Chrono, we'll go with Chrono on that team. We got Coda, we got Hockey. We're in the back and we got ASUS. It looks like. Where is that gonna be the first? Morales over for the other team. We got Layson, Rooted, Turk, Chicago, and Shane, my boy. 26 months, my guy. Okay, we got a hashtag Shane B, my man. Thank you so much, my dude. Appreciate ya. Holy, thank you. That's a long-term continued support, my guy. I appreciate ya. But chat, look at this environment, man. Bit of lava lighting the walls on either side. There's a bit of jank over on the ramp. I love how that's still here for like, it's been here since War Within, I'm pretty sure. There's torches, like it has this orange hue about it. Big spikes in the background. I just like the way this arena looks, man. Not everybody enjoys the layout with the bridge and all that. I like the way this thing looks in general. It's gonna be Chicago. Hold on, are we going? Are we not going? I think that we're just trying to see if we can mount off for a second here. Chicago is still playing around with... Did the lasso even do anything? It looked like you started lasso, but it just kind of like... I don't think it even stopped Azen for a second. Just go for the wall, still playing, or at least trying to play into the big totemic blind for a second out of Azen. The stun totem does prevent the searing glare. Azen getting kind of low. It is going to be bubble for Chicago. Needs a little bit of survivability. 50% more healing on the healing surge may be helpful here. Going for the Dread Iration to give himself some strong healing over time, every 2 minutes. Big wake up ashes for Azen, going in for a bit of a hit and run. Chicago just trying to get a little bit of healing. Seeing the pally push in, trying to go for a kick. It's just going to rotate a bulwark instead. Just needs a little bit more damage. Big zaps are out. Primordial does not hit as hard for PvP, but all the other abilities should hit a decent bit, from storm strikes to ice strikes, and there should be a better slow with that too. Pretty sure. Not playing into the big ascend, at least at the moment. Chicago does get interrupted for a second. Azen and Chicago both real low. Is going to be a lay on hands for Chicago. Not really looking all that good unless you can get some actual healing. You might be in a lot of trouble. I think I might just go down here. Just try to go for a hard heals, dude. Just healing in the dude's face with a stun totem. That's about all you can do. But the dots for Pally do take you out. I think you end up running the storm something talent. I could be wrong on that. Pretty sure you're running that one talent where like you can't spend melee when heals, but if you spend it offensively, you can then use it for a defensive heal, right? I forget what's it called. There's one talent for it specifically. Turk is going to be up next. Immediate drain onto Azon. Does stun him while he's out in the open. Big burst. Silencer fully just dumping all the damage into the guy. I don't even know. Azon does end up walking away from the rift. I don't even know if the rift actually connected. Into the execute range. It's going to be the shield. You can actually steal that shield pretty quickly if you set up correctly. It's going to go for a mind control instead just to CC Azon for a second. I don't know if that does any kind of tricks. Maybe a DC thing. Is that what we still do? Shadow Meld for a second, does run him for a moment. Azon, unless you have a way to break out of it, try to go for Searing Glare. Turret gets hit with a stun. That is going to be Searing Glare to follow up, most likely, unless Disperse instead. Has himself a stun very, very soon. Just needs a little bit more damage for Azon, just a little bit more. Spell Warden, try to go for Massive Spell. I don't think it stops it. I don't think it removes it. No, wait, yes it does. Yes, it does. It removes Spell Warden. Wait, Massive Spell can remove Spell Warden? Apparently, and Turek does barely survive. He's still downlighted though. That man might just die still. You know, somebody's out here on your team has a fresh new health bar for you. If you want to do a little whoop, little switcheroo. Always, but as long as you're streaming, I appreciate it. Stormweaver, yeah, is that what you're running? Gotta be running Stormweaver, right? Conan up next, got him to reflect immediate fear, Zerker rage out of it. Turk sent something out earlier. I'm not even sure exactly what it was. Does get speared down, maybe in a bit of a trouble here. Fade for a second. Conan got himself offenses and defenses rolling in. Turk is in a bad spot. Does go for a swap, but immediately, as soon as he got a fresh new health bar, he just not in a great spot. Oh, the amount of damage Conan brought in there after that swap. That was a whole fresh entire health bar, and you didn't care. That is fury for you. Holy. I just spent to heal. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of shamans seem to be rolling that talent because it just gets more value for Maelstrom, but it is a lot of pressure. It is a lot of pressure on you to stay super aggressive a lot of the time. I don't know if Coda has anything left here. Literally busted out the sword and board, but does go down as Morales is able to take him out there. With Hockey gonna be up next, man. What is that Fury Warrior burst, dude? It seems like Fury Warriors just have the scariest damage they can do every so often. Just absolutely monsters. Bubble out for Morales. It's going to be Hawk and trying to see if he can back up out of this as fast as possible. Stun to follow. Does have a trinket. I don't know if he's got a root silence for Morales. If you have, this is going to be huge. Just trying to see if you can get a max range here. I don't know if he has any damage to follow up. Morales was kind of low in health for a second. Roar into a clone. Going to allow Hockey at least to catch a bit of reset. Could give an opportunity to go up on the platform as well. You have a lot of mobility as a druid. Silence Root doesn't stop all the damage from Morales. He's able to break out of it. Big Convoke offensively though. Maybe this will be enough. Bunch of damage. Oh! There goes the Convoke. Yeah, if you can't reach the Convoke, if you can't stop it, it's just over. I wonder if he could have went for a Searing Glare from a distance. Stun immediately into Hockey. Bar skin, but he can't go anywhere. He has a bit of healing. He does get a stun. Clone is not going to be, probably, no. Reflected. Is that good? I mean, I guess you're not taking damage for a second while cloned. But you're still in a rough spot right now. Does go for a heal. Heart of the Wild maybe. Leaping away. It's not. No, nothing you can do. The warrior's just not going to let you out. As soon as you got charged over, that's it. That is tough. That is not easy. That Convoke did a lot of damage though. Stun immediately onto Wersock. That yoinked the weapons away. During the kill spree, but really took quite a bit of damage for the spree either way. And Word does not take too much damage or does not hold back the cooldowns too much. Just continue to press the offensive once it's rooted. He can go for the range damage with that between the eyes. You got ambushes where you can't really easily bypass it. Even pairs, I'm pretty sure ambushes will go behind the warrior, where you can still continue to attack him. Pistols definitely go through the parry. They don't care about that. If you got the crack shot between the eyes, that also goes through. Big coup de grace. Rogue is getting kind of low. Stun. Demolish. Oh my god, dude. That demolish damage is so worth it. That really amped it up, huh? 30% more damage on that thing, and it's just pumping. I don't think he had like the craziest setup either. They're just raw damn. Big deep breath out of the evoker. Still got a stun onto the rooted. Is that no help whatsoever? One beam and it's it. One beam and it's over. Got to reflect. It's gonna try to see if it can reflect the disintegrate. Does get to reflect it. Another disintegrate. Stun. The evoker just needs one good hit, man. One good hit. That's all he needs. The rooted is playing behind right now. He's still. What was that beam? That was straight up through the wall. That was straight up started to channel through the wall. Chrono Maggie does get himself a big deep breath. I don't know what else he could really do right now. I think it just might be over. Just continues to press on the offensive. Holy. Honestly, I thought that was going to be lights for him, but he just kept on trucking. That's unfortunate. Let's get us as another going, boys, yeah? What am I? Last one? Okay. Invite. We'll try to see if we can get you guys a +1 here. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. Gotta see. What did we lose? Was it Were? No, Were will be on the other team, I think. Was it Layson? No, Layson is here. What did we lose? Not even sure. We need a +1, boys. 9%. Yeah, that's rough. Not easy. The gnome. I don't think we lost the gnome. Oh wait, was it Kevin that we lost on his team? I think it might have been Kevin. One more here. Okay, I can help after I am with Chicago. Okay, well I can help as soon as I'm done here. Can only do one at a time though. One at a time, boys. Well, let's invite, man. If you guys want to join in, more than welcome to it. We got the group listed over under Molten Core. Anybody and anybody from NA is more than welcome to join us. While I look for a +1. Somebody who can fill a spot, possibly, maybe. Aberrus? Does Sensei want to join in? Kalel? Hold on, Kalel Jr. Maybe he's down to join in. Hey, join some 5-5s. See if you're down. Demolish Were for 4. Bill Love does damage now. Dude, it does a lot of damage. Just a quick lockdown with a stun, and then just go absolutely ham. It is nutty. See if Kalel's down to join in. I don't remember if this guy PvPs or not. I'm just gonna hit him up anyway. Oh, hold on, Sniper. Yeah, hold on, wait. Yeah. I haven't seen that man in a while. Oh, no, a second. And also Trixie said he'll be down at some point. Whatever. Buff out the 2% all damage. Yo, for real, dude. Yo, just unnerf our feint, and we'll be okay too. I'll be okay with that, man. Nah, what do you mean, bruh? Yeah, dude, I've been seeing a lot of like Twitter complaints about Arms Warrior and Demolish, but also been seeing a lot of like Twitter complaints about Chaos Bolts, and it was something else, I forget. Marksman, aim shots, double taps. I think that's what it was. Okay, Sniper cannot join in. He doesn't have any PvP gear from the season. So that'll be unfortunate. And I'm pretty sure Soul is still in his demon hours grinding BG Blitz as a Vengeance Demon Hunter, which is like a soft ban. I wish you the best. That is not easy. I don't see a lot of Vengeance in PvP, so I have no idea if it's like any good or playable or anything. I have no idea. Yeah, so we're looking for a +1 over on both teams. One over on Team Conan and one on Team Chicago real quick. Arms Destructor right now. Yo, Arms did a lot of damage, man. They buffed the Mortal Strikes by quite a bit, but then they're Demolished, so it's like it just didn't feel satisfying. But now Demolish feels looks like it's pretty hard to hit in PvP. It does a lot of damage and can give you like a lot of kill potential. Like last week, it was just like not really hitting like anything. It was hitting like a wet noodle more than anything. Like, okay, I'm gonna hit by Demolish. It's gonna do a bit of damage, but like it's better off just literally Mortal Strike, get a reset, second Mortal Strike at that point. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like 6 million chaos bolt to kill a lock range shuffle, whatever. Yo, hell yeah. Yeah, double bolts, man, they are brutal. If you get locked in by one bolt, second one it could just absolutely mess you up. Is that chain bolts? That's what's really painful about them. And when they pop a wall too, it's like the worst, right? Pop a wall, you can't interrupt it. You got them on a stun DR. You got nothing left. One bolt, second bolt, quick cast. It is brutal. Absolutely brutal. It almost far outlawed and see reason to play WoW outside of PvE content. I feel you did. I think Outlaw's doing really good in PvE, by the way. Yeah, I don't really know why they end up nerfing that faint PvP talent for Outlaw. Because like they did it because technically we can have a high uptime of it. But like nobody runs the talent. It's not that good. they neutered that talent so long ago. So it was like, oh, what if they end up doing it? It's like, we're not. Nobody runs it. It's like really, really bad. It's really not worth. We'd rather just run like the sting like a bee, just for a talent point. Not the craziest. 5% more damage when he's stunned. Big deal. It's really not a lot compared to like what it used to be. It used to be like baseline 10 for PvP. Used to be like what, 25 for PvE or 20 or something like that. The Mugsy trick in this Joshua Warlock is crazy. Can wrap up 57% crit. I am not gonna play around with it. I got my druid geared out and I was like just spending some time last night working on other alts, not druid. I probably should just play with it at some point. Get some keys done with that thing. Get some boomy done. Because the boomies are pretty meta right now. Misfeeding precog and Destro is brittle. Oh, that's true. True. Yeah. That's another rough one. Is people just throwing kicks. Well, like, you gotta kick, so it's like, is it probably better that you kick than don't kick? Probably. But like, yeah, if like, let's say you miss all your kicks, at that point it's better not to kick, right? At least then you can kind of like pressure them, you know what I mean? Vamp says he's in. Yo, we'll get this guy in here. Get Vamp in here for a couple of these. Hell yeah. Alright, we delist this group. We get Chicago lead. And I bounce Conan. I need invite. Invite friend. I'll make a second group real quick. If it procs right before you press third instant starfight sounds, you can probably ramp up W high. Oh, probably, yeah. Does Convoke, like, does every global during Convoke work on that trinket too? Because I haven't really got to play with it. I literally got it, but I haven't done anything with it, basically. We got a second group up and running, boys. If y'all want to join in, we got a second one listed under Molten Core. I need one more body. We'll be good to go. I have no idea. I assume it probably should work, but I have no idea. It's probably like a correct way to ramp it up during your burst, and it's probably like worth getting a record to track it. But I'm assuming it's probably going to be good no matter how you play it. Wait, isn't it a proc one? I guess you still would want a record, like if it procs inside of your cooldowns, you probably want to find a way to properly ramp it, but yeah. You can run Convoke and Orange card. No, I guess it would run CA at that point. But I'm assuming Convoke would probably be better with it. Like if every single global use does cause it to gain a stack. Does it have an internal lock? I guess you should look it up, huh? A Mugsy trinket. It is. Here we go. Does affect middle on the core once every second. Okay, it has a lock, so it doesn't matter. Convoke wouldn't even matter because it has an internal 1 second CD, so you can only stack it once a second. So it doesn't matter. You just will play it normally. 5v1, a little have to run all the damage amp challenge in order to deal damage that evens the playing field. I can't do that ready to use 3 because multi-collateral goes in the matchup. I feel you on that. Yeah, I feel like with Outlaw they definitely should, like, because it's not like they really give us a. I guess like we have to figure out how to burst with the tools we're given. Which raid? I got you. You have a buddy? Have a +1 you want to invite? Okay. Yeah. Well, that's gonna invite me. Somebody that joins the sort of regular. Because I don't want to like bug around because I have a lot of PvE friends on here, man. My BNet used to be literally all PvP friends. All good. Yeah. I used to have all PvE friends, dude. If Plague hits me up, or maybe if Sensor hits me up, that'll be a spot. That'd be perfect. Or if Trix is like, yo, I'm ready, warmed up, let's go. Send it. But yeah, no, I feel you, Vermilius. I really do think they need to like rethink Outlaw. I was really hoping we'd get like something, anything for 0.5 update. But now I feel like we're just cadavering a build with Trickster and all that because they buffed it up a little. Like last minute buffs, but yeah, I don't think they were really like paying attention to rogues in a while now. They're like every other class, like Arms Warrior, they're very zeroed in on like how well it's doing because they're like doing a little bit of tuning here and there. They buffed up all your build and then they nerfed the Demolish and then we're like, alright, we'll buff it back up. So, like somebody's paying attention to them, right? Maybe somebody's paying attention to Arcane and the shenanigans they were doing. I feel like Rogue has not been paid attention to at all. kind of just like, all right, can you play it? It's like, yeah, but like uncomfortably, but I can. We're like, all right, good enough. You know what I mean? Like, I would just like a proper dev to sit down and be like, all right, where's Rogue in PvE or PvP? Make some changes. Let's shake this thing up a little bit. Because I mean, like, if they paid attention, they would have fixed Killing Spree years ago, right? Like, just a dev needs to press the button for like an hour and just like watch the screen flash for a good bit and be like, okay, this we gotta change that. They would know immediately, dude. Instantly they would know. Instantly they would know. Like, okay, I see a problem with this thing. I'm getting vertigo. Let's change this thing up. They do it immediately, dude. It wouldn't even take them an evening. They'd do it in like a couple of hours. You know what I mean? Like, that would not stick as is. No shot. No way. By making a huge comeback because that's advanced people. That's advanced people and overly powerful ability for grapple hooks. It's really good. I don't know. I see still a lot of tricksters in solo, but in BG Blitz, Fadebound is definitely better just because you can cap flags and stop enemies from like capping your flag, and you can ghost to base, zoom all the way over, zoom back, whatever. On top of no damage increasing multipliers to overcome tricksters' damage amps. It is easier. I do agree. Yeah. I wouldn't rune a power back. Rune, you don't want to rune a power back from mages, bro. You don't want to be tied to that rune. You know how a warrior spears you down and you can't go anywhere? That would be rune of power. You do not want it. They literally removed it and they just amped up mage base kit. You don't want rune of power because they would have to siphon out your damage, stick it into a rune, and now you're stuck to that rune. It was the worst for PvE content. It wasn't even great for PvP. It's not like they just removed rune of power but didn't give mages. They literally took the rune of power with a big syringe, sucked it up, stuck it in your mage butt cheek, and just plunged the rest of it back in. They literally took the damage it offered and gave it to all mage specs. You guys don't need it. You don't need it. You have enough damage. You don't want to go back to it. It was a bad time. You're probably thinking of, oh, I remember rune of power maybe do a lot of damage. It's like, dude, there's some cheesy things you can do with it, but you don't want it. You don't want it. It's back when Ultra Classic comes out. Ultra Time is also back. Ultra Time is also back. So at the very least, you have like some real good cooldowns there. You know what I mean? Like, at least for PvE, it's gonna be pretty fun. But yeah, rune of power was not. I'm pretty sure people didn't even play rune of power in PvP back then either, because it was like just super annoying to play around with. Not consistent. I think you had to play the Enchantress Word, I think it is called. I don't remember, honestly. Go all the time, man. OG, yeah, they're getting excited. Bro, you would have all your cooldowns, all your procs, stack, press Ultra, send those procs, Ultra back. You got the procs back, all the cooldowns back, send it. It was nuts, dude. Mages were doing some wild stuff, dude, back in the day. And deep freeze on top of it. So like in PvP, you were just screwed. Deep freeze, alter, send the procs, alter, send the procs again. Lots of things doing off GTD2. It was nuts. It was crazy. Alter on the snapshot buffs, it did. It did. Yeah, it snapshot all your buffs. So if you got a bunch of procs, alter, send the procs, alter, get the procs back. It was wild times, man. It was great. Unless they do like the final. Okay, I had another thought. Are they gonna do MOP? Like, are they gonna, when they release MOP Classic, is it gonna be the early builds of MOP? Or I guess it's gonna be the later builds of MOP, right? Because the early builds, like Warriors with Heroic, Strike, and Tasteful Blood, and Zoo Hunters were just insane. But they weren't like that by the final build. OSS patch. I'm pretty sure Ultra had all of those, like, proc snapshotting during the final patch too. I'm just not sure about some of the other strong classes. Yeah, like Warrior's Tasteful Blood was insane. I'm pretty sure that wasn't that good by the end of it. Or like, it was still fine, but it wasn't like insane. It wasn't killing everybody for the entire health bar. Because I remember at the time everybody played Warrior in MOP. And then we're like, alright, we're gonna tone down some of your self-healing, and the Warrior community went berserk. They were like, alright, we can't. You're literally all gonna unsubscribe and burn our servers down We'll give you back all that healing. But what if we tone down the defensive stance a little bit? Oh, you guys are gonna also protest? Okay, we'll give you all the defenses. Let's just do it. Let's just send you all of it, right? Let's give you a wall. Let's give you all of it. We're just like decided to buff them because they were just gonna protest. Otherwise, they were just like, I'm just gonna riot. Oh, we can't have that. Literally everybody in the mother played warrior in PvP at least. They were literally gods amongst men. And we're like, dude, if you just try to nerf you in a slightest bit of it, berserk, that's it. I remember those days, dude. I remember those days. It was wild. It was like, dude, it's like the only class that I can't kill unless I save all of my cooldowns when they drop 35% health because they have a heal that heals it for percent. Like, I don't even remember how much percent, but every second they would get a heal, a big heal. It was like unkillable. You literally have a pocket healer in a talent. Wild. And all you have to do is just press defensive stance and you're good. You ain't dying. You ain't dying. Unless like somebody really tries. And then they would just run the BG, bloodbath, bladestorm everybody, spinning lawnmower of death, and just everybody melts. It was crazy. It feels like it's casted faster, or is it my perception? Maybe did they make it cast faster, or maybe it's based off of haste? Maybe it completes his full rotation based on haste. Play Woodwalker, Demon Hunter, PvP, I have a good time. Warrior, Demon Hunter, you go to for duels. Yeah, those are pretty decent. Should I play Woodwalker, Warrior, Demon Hunter, PvP, have a general good life for what he wants? I'd say probably like Windwalker is a little bit better for 1v1, but also pretty good in PvP right now. Like Windwalker's got a decent bit of buffs this time around for this season. Like this is a pretty good time to play one, I'd say. Pretty solid time to be playing one at the moment. You know? No shot, DBZ is back. No shot, my man is back. DBZ is back, baby. Hope is it back, or is it just like, oh, just got a couple of last hours of my last few days left on my sub. I'm just gonna play as many matches as I can. DB's back. Alrighty, you guys all said Rook, right? There we go. Black Cold. Didn't cancel his sub. It might have, but it still got a couple of hours left. I wouldn't blame you though. Or a couple of days. It's still like whatever you paid for, they'll just get like played. Haven't done a Kiona 2 yet. Wow, wait, seriously? No shot, dude. What is this? Literally never done a +2 in order to get into 10s. Wild. My man's wild. Holy moly. 15 days left. I appreciate you for joining us, my guy. Have fun with whatever you got left, right? Might as well have a blast, play whatever is strong, play whatever you like. Do all that. Have a good time. That's what's important, yeah? That's what's important. Hopefully you also got another game to light up, because I feel like Quad takes up so much free time. Like, you're gonna have a lot of free time on your hands. Switch it. But I have another game lined up. We got Lacing over for the team 1. We got this Ruin over here. I like that set. It looks so good. Big fan of that whole purple set. We got Rooted. We got ourselves Chirp, probably going to be first up in Chicago on that team. Conan over on the team 2. Arms this time. I like his old Jedi look, by the way. That looks good. DBZ's back here. He's a soul well. Not a warlock, literally a human soul well. Hawk, and we got Word, we got Azin over here as well. With Conan trying to see if he can get himself a proper opener versus Chirk. Chirk is going to want to try to get that range opener if possible. Reflect immediately for Conan. It is going to be Fiona Chirk. Choosing to wait his Zerker. Wait, hold on a second. Wait, was that a stun? Was that a stun? That was a stun. Okay, that was a stun. I was going to say fear, stun. Okay, that makes a little more sense. I was thinking, wait, he's trinketed a fear? No, it was a stun on top of it. Does leap over into Chirk with a quick fear. Spear down. Chirk might be in a bit of trouble. Looking for a bit of a reset. Disperse down immediately. That is a lot of damage from a warrior. Trying to see if he can get himself in a position to possibly do a quick switcheroo. Conan with the avatar got himself. I love that whole look he's got going on, man. It looks great. Stun onto Chirk for a second. Does have a stun coming up himself as well. Rude does stop the warrior for at least a second. Is able to break out of it though with a. Was that a rallying cry freedom? Is that what that was? I think it was, right? Trying to go for a stun. Does not quite connect for Chirk. You're just looking for a little bit of recovery right now. Just a little bit extra health, a little bit extra of a reset. Got himself another Void Sword, potentially lots of damage with it. Possibly. Does not have himself the Dark Arc, at least as of this moment. Is going to be a Warbreaker for Conan. I don't even know if it actually connected with Chirk. may or may not have double DPs down with the tentacles, doing maybe enough damage. Got himself a full pets. Second pet somehow spawning out of nowhere. I don't even know where that thing spawned from. I was just trying to get himself a little bit extra healing on top of it. Conan does take a little bit of this raw damage bit by bit. It is going to be a full dodge by Turk. Trying to see if he can get a couple of DPs. Does go for a kick. That is going to be a juke. Got himself a reflect for a second stun. Does end up getting stopped with the precog. Parry out for Conan just to get himself a bit bunkered down. Big demolish to follow Turk. Breaking out of the field. Trying to go for a see if he could fade the demolish. I think was able to. Conan left with actually no health. Does go for rally for a second. Stun has a trick to break out of it with a Warbreaker on the Turk. Trying to see if he go a little bit of line of sight. I think it was potentially a roots by the Shadow Priest. With Conan left with not a lot of health. Got him to reflect. Has Avatar technically, so if you got yourself a decent setup with Avatar, this could be something to work with. Fear for a second, those Zerkers. Does get himself a Void Sword. I think it's Lights. I think it might be Lights. Got himself a couple of DPs that he wants to add on. Yeah, DPs back to back. Maybe enough another DP. That Rift is gonna pop. Almost. Hold on, almost. Still got a bit of damage. The Reflect is just not attacking him for a second. Just trying to see if he can wait it out. Conan with the Mortal Strikes though, just for a moment. Dude, I mean, let's leave Warriors around for a second. Couple of Mortal Strikes, and they can start turning things around a little bit. Popping a Warlock Hellstone, just a good recovery. Turk with a bit of dots on the guy. I don't think does get hit with a Warring Breaker that time. And Conan just seems to get himself a quick angle for just a second. Stun to follow. VT right after. Is it enough damage? Stormbolt to follow. Got himself another Reflect. Picking up a little bit of healing where he can. Demolish is available. I don't know if he just goes in for a stun Demolish at some point. Might just wanna stun. Does get rid of for a second. Cannot stop this for a moment. Does go for a Demolish. With Turk trying to see if he can walk away. Does not get hit by the final hit. Couple instant casts. Conan no help whatsoever. Does he just go down? Riff, no help. Does end up claiming Conan. So devouring him really quickly. Dude, give Warriors a second. Just a second. Just be on you on top for a second. That's a priest literally wearing paper mache armor. It does offers zero protection, man. DBZ's, that's a lovely set. Is that the elite set? You guys got the green one? Is that what that is? Doesn't look bad. I'm just not a big fan of the color, specifically that one. Like purple or just all red would I think would have been a little better. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? PI'd up for Turk for a second. DBZ's trying to see if he can get the hell out of Dodge. That's a Conquest set? Oh, that's the Conquest set? Oh, I thought it was the Elitist purple. Okay. Because I know that a lot of like, they surprisingly screwed a couple of classes on their Elite set. Like the Death Knight one, it's like that rusty purple. It looks like Shadowlands vomited all over it, which is not a good thing. I don't like that set at all. DBZ does get himself all the demons in. Fear real quick for Turk, taking a bit of damage from those pets. They're starting to ramp up little by little. Doesn't disperse, doesn't cooldowns available. Everything is up. Gloomhound around the corner. Void Torrent, if you can get himself a couple of DPs on top of it, that is going to be great. Mortal Call sent in by DBZ does go for a trinket. Does he have a silence? Does go for a silence, but ASUS trade with a rift. Look at that rift building and building. Got himself a reflect for a second. Dreadstalkers is going to send it. One more shot over death. DBZ's trying to live. Live in shot over death last second. He got himself wall for a moment. Hold on a second. He's recovering. Wait, how is your health going up right now? Is it just from wall? Trying to catch him. He's doing his best. Does go for the big port. Got himself a couple of procs. If you could go with the ASUS on top of it, get a couple more pets, you could literally turn this around. All those demons are starting to come out bit by bit. You just need an ASUS or Prime or Mortal Coil. Do you have anything at all? Need something right here. Warlock Hellstone does get him set up. Turk may need a defensive dude. That's a disperse right here. Demon Zeus got us on the Pit Lord and everything in. Tyrant to amp up all these pets. This is all or nothing. Does get the root popping though. That is unfortunate, man. That is so actually very close. No, actually very close. Rusty Purple from Shadowlands, no one like. Dude, yeah, no, it's actually crazy how bad that color scheme looks, man. Regen, he's just trying to see if he can recover real quick, dude. Just trying to see. Versus War, I don't know how this is gonna go. Wait, was that... It said regen. Wait, is it cleaving? What? Yo, Layson is just gonna cleave, dude. Layson just catches straight to you for no reason. Also rooted too. I think he had Blade Flurry up. He might have already had Blade Flurry. Big burst. I think it's over for Turk. Ah, that is rough. That is rough. I mean, if a warrior is gonna hit you that hard, so will Outlaw, right? All physical damage just again cuts through like paper. just a quick coup de grind, you're done. Where it ends up also cutting right through Chicago. The wall, bulwark, none of those things stopped him. Cloak of Shadows does get knocked back for a second. Chicago is under a ton of pressure. Cannot even go for a proper kick, quick heal. Just finally got himself a couple of totems spawning just to keep Word at bay. That rude stun totem does go for the blind. Get the shot to follow. No outs. Try to go for a knock. Does not go. Just doesn't stop. Does not stop him. Holy. Well, that's outlet for you. There it is. Layson next? Is it Layson? Because I feel like Layson would stop him. Ruin might be able to do something. Rooted, I feel like it's going to be a bit more of a closer match. It is going to be Rooted though. Okay. Or Ruin rather. Or Ruin instead. Does go for the sap. Not even letting him go for... Was that a cooldown reduction? Or is it just putting in cooldown just to see if he can AoE the rogue? One of those two. Trinkets out. Lots of damage on Ruin though. Immediate block. That took Word just a couple of globals. And Ruin is already in a weird spot right now. Grab totem didn't take him out of stealth also. Did it not? Hold on a second. So you just got a free reset? That's what I don't get about totems. Like, they're not consistent, it feels like. Ruin just getting cleaved. Now, what is happening? Couple of pistol shots, couple between the eyes. Does stun him. Does going to be immediate trinket. Coup de grace. They did buff the ambushes damage, or crit damage of ambushes and unseen blade. But that was just some... This guy's just cutting through the rest of the team. I think he said he's playing like very, very damage-oriented PvP talents. Are you playing that stealth one that makes you do more damage? Wait, he's at Layson. I think he's trying to see if he can get away. Yep, he's trying to give away position just to get Rooted to over here. He's attacking. Are you attacking Layson or are you attacking Rooted? I don't even know. I don't know. How are you doing here? Layson just catches strays to sell the bar. I'm actually a little bit worried about that thing. Fear down onto Word. Does stop him. Blades is going to be disarmed for a second. Does up a lot of the Warriors' damage. Goes in for Blades. Word can't really escape him for a second. Got himself cloaked in case he needs to parry up for Rooted. Try to see if he can get out of there as it's going to be a full reset. No trinket available for Rooted. No parry either. So Word can get himself a quick reset. He's still got a drone bar, so he can go for a proper opener. Rooted is going to get himself a full reset though in health. So as long as Word can get himself some cooldowns back, might be okay. Sap does Zerker it into cheap shot immediately for Word. Look at the procs, dude. Just in the opener like that. Just the procs in the beginning. He didn't do much. Big demolish. He counts demolish. What? What was that gap? What was that stun? What was the stun duration? Also, that does look like demolish does happen a little quicker. I don't know what it is. Does seem like it's sped up a little. Big killing spree into a disarmor after. As Rooted tried to go, I think, for a Colossus. Yeah. That's a lot of his damage cut out of the window in the Keenan shot right after. Does he just not give him a chance? Just another killing spree. Did he just spree? He just sprayed a reset, got another spree. This guy is bringing the business. What is happening? Just quick sippy cup. Rooted decided, you know what? I give. This is too much, man. What? Wait, okay. I want to see exactly how you killing sprayed. Caught a reset, kidney, another killing spree. I want to see how you did that. Because killing spree has like a 1.5 minute cooldown. Granted, you do have cooldown reduction when you spend comp points into finishers. Those could suck me. Come on, man. Bro, ever since the swap combat to an outwork, there's been only a handful of seasons where it's like, wait, actually kind of a dangerous spec. Most of the times people look at it like, outlaw? That's a joke. I'm not going to treat it like anything serious. This is like the one season out of a few that we had. I think last one we were kind of deadly with Shadowlands too. Maybe last season? Where it was like had big giga cooldown reduction, maybe end of BFA, but it was mostly just the corruptions, which was not even an outlaw thing. Gushing Moon, the spec, basically. Yeah, the number times outlaw is actually like kind of threatening, is far and few in between. Where it does go for invasion, try not to let Layson go for Searing Glare. If he interrupts the Searing Glare, goes in for actually kick, but he goes for grapple to get behind him. Cheap shot, gonna force some bubble out of Layson. As long as you have an out, grapple, you have one more vanish. Might need to vanish. Does he vanish it? Does he need it? He does vanish. Cash a clean reset. Layson has nothing. Forbearance still on him. Oh, cheap shot is super DR'd. That killing spree could have been the end. Hold on a second. Holy! Layson, my man, barely, narrowly survived it. If only that stun DR was not on him, I think it would have been over. I think it would have been over. And Aizen tried to give this man an honor. He's like, dude, I need a breather. I get you, brother. I get you. We're gonna get through this together, man. I like the camaraderie with these paladins, man. I like it. It also gives hockey potential opportunity to actually get a proper chance to play. Take advantage of my cleave damage. I saw the blade flurry. Yeah. I mean, everybody else got to play though, at the very least. You deal 180. Oh wait, yeah. If you actually stands next to a guy, technically you will do more damage to the other guy. That's true. That's true. You can actually do more damage to the side guy by not attacking the main guy. It is weird. It's a precise cuts type of talent. It is kind of wild. Layson under a ton of pressure immediately. Aeson super low. Does go for lay on hands. Layson with a quick blind, but looks like the hammers are gonna break it. He doesn't have a bubble. Maybe a bop. No spell warden, but he has to bop it. He has to bop it. Stun onto Aeson. Does go for human racial. Trinkets. Lay on hands is back. Hold on a second. Wait, this is actually a game. We got a real game. Searing Glare blinds it. Aeson is gonna turn around, take a page out of his book. Does not land the blind though. Searing Glare, just trying to see if you can potentially bait it. See if you can clothesline him with that one. Trying to see if you can get the pressure roll, and it is going to be Searing Glare onto Aeson. For Layson, that's massive hammers. Hold on a second. And Aeson having to bubble it. Layson just needs to win. Live. Not win. But either, whoever wins, wins. He just needs to live this for a second. Stun. I think it's over. He's super low on health, though. He's so low on health. Do you stay in? Bob, just to get himself one more hammer. He did it. He did it. Hockey is up next, and Layson is up with no health. Unless he gives like a proper reset, which is exactly what he's doing. Yeah, just letting him get a full reset. I like it. I like it. Also, that's like really cool. Is that one of the more basic mounts? One of the OG ones? I don't think I've ever seen, or maybe I just don't remember that code specifically. That fur or texture, I guess. Whatever you want to go with. There's no rule that's allowed, not allowed. I mean, it was interesting. I'm not against it as long as you like, don't kill another guy. Like that's what Layson was taking trades. You were attacking Layson to do more damage to the warrior, then, right? Is that what was happening? It's interesting, as long as Layson didn't die, but it's supposed to be only one. Technically, but I'm not necessarily against like unorthodox plays and talents, right? To make that specific talent work, you would have to attack somebody else in a way. Blind was Searing Glare onto Hockey. He just happened to take defensively here. Trying to see if he can leap away. Big hammer damage by Layson, but Hockey got himself the trees, silence, everything is available. He got himself potential lots of damage. Maybe Convoke. Does he go for it? Bubble for 10 seconds for Layson. He was gonna have to go for it. Hockey with a bash. I think he might just have to go full Convoke. Might just have to go for full Convoke and just try to take him 2 seconds, 1 second. Bubble is back for Layson. He's perfectly safe. Hockey has to play a longer game now. Stun. I don't think it's over. I think it's over. Layson does bring it back for his team. Well done, well done. We're only got 3? That's a lot of damage, by the way. That is a lot of damage for just 3 players. Layson does bring it back for his team. Well done, well done. Hell yeah. And ASAP bounced, so we're gonna have to get a +1 for one of the teams. That was a hell of a match. He red pally. Well, to be fair, Layson did change it up. He wasn't Glimmer, or not Glimmer. What do you call it? Dawnlight? Dawnlight is the word. Alrighty, we need a +1. Passable lead. I'll make the group. We need a +1. One more body. Duels. We'll have it listed up in the multi-core if you guys want to join in. Need uno más. Wait, what happened? Oh wait, did wait, what? Action shoot the stupid game. Did the main things, I guess. Wait, did the key not work? What happened to the group, Jake? Did they fully remove Glimmer or Light? Never played Holy properly. The Glimmer, yeah, Glimmer is gone. I guess when I say Glimmer, I really mean Dawnlight. But yeah, Glimmer is dead. I'm in a 10 and 1500. Oh, you were in the key right now. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty funny, honestly. Oh yeah. Big weekly. Yeah, they took it 1500. They'll probably realize, wait, this season is pretty easy. We'll just take like a deathknight that's geared. It would be fine. You know what I mean? Need 2. We need 2 for the other team. Is that Team Chicago? Okay. We'll see if we can get up and running. Trickster did say he'd be interested, but at a later time. So I don't know if Later time is now, or later time is later, or is it like sometime next week maybe? Because usually he's down to play, but I guess it's been a second since we had him in here for. What is that some tricks here? Was it Dragonflight? He used to join a bunch. Speed maybe? So we'll need what, like 1 on this team and 2 on the other, right? Trickster, speed, we'll still need a +1. Okay, so we'll try that. Trickster is also a big maybe too. Random group. Pretty nice, honestly. Yeah, I mean, technically 1v1 wouldn't be allowed to like attack somebody else, but to make precise cuts work, you would have to, basically. Unless you play like a pet class or something. That would be a different story. But yeah, I'm not against like the unorthodox play, because it actually does do a lot of damage though. Like the fact that it does 118% of the primary target damage to a second target, it's kind of wild, to be honest. It's pretty strong. Yeah, I don't see precise cuts getting that much play, but honestly probably should end up playing it more often myself. I feel like for some groups it probably, like if you go against like a melee cleave, right? Attacking one, cleaving the other down for a ton of damage, that's probably going to be very, very strong, because you're basically hitting 2 people for this. Basically got a super strikes, like a better version of super strikes then. You know? But yeah, that's probably pretty good. Probably very good. Alrighty, well I'll message speed if we can get like +1 for either group, because then we'll just use possibly speed as like a fill. But yeah, otherwise this guy's probably doing other stuff too. Can I join if you want, Dal? Nameless, if you want to join, man, you're more than welcome to. If you're interested in joining, you're more than welcome to, my guy. We need a body for this team, and I think we need like 2, I think, for the other team. Wop said we need a +2, so they would need 2 bodies. So we need a couple of bodies at the very least. I'm more than welcome to join if you're interested. Go try to PC and Moto Motherboard. Yeah, we can wait for you. Get in the line. Sounds good, my man. Sounds good, my guy. More than welcome to. Alright, well, if Chill Pills, let me see if I can find his forum post actually. I haven't been to WoW forums in such a long time outside of like PTR. You find the one on Death Knight. Oh wait, there it is. Death Code Embrace DCE. There is Chillpill's post about it. Sounds gotta be a problem. It should probably just be nerf damage wise by loot. Is he post about it? Probably not charge the channel alone, extra move RP wild from like the minimum. They're gonna push it over later, boys. I'm a sub, not really always some money. Okay, yeah, I actually do see his post. That was from like 2 days ago, by the looks of it. Yeah, I didn't realize, man. Another patch without the RP walk being removed. Yeah, I do. What did he say in his original post actually? The damage is fun, of course, but definitely overtuned as expected. It is nerfed. If it's nerfed, the net loss will be great from losing Dead of Winter. The RP walk force movement reduction that ignores everything is rage-inducing. Might be worth making a cancel POF macro. Yeah, that's pretty annoying too. Misaligned CDs and acts as a pseudo removal of ice cap. So not only do you lose the honor talent slot from taking it, but you will also lose a real talent slot as well as a counteract effect. You should probably just get nerfed damage wise by a lot. Remove the negative downsides and add another talent. Actually, yeah, what if you just made it like a yeah, it actually brings up a good point. Like if you're gonna nerf it, nerf it by a bunch, but like take away the RP walk. I get what they were trying to do with it, but yeah, the fix for it's so easy, implement and understand, and still wait to patches. I think what they need to do is bring back the other talent for Remorseless Winter Stun, right? And rework that talent so you remove that slowing effect, or maybe make it like I don't know, 20% slow, like a constant slow, right? Nothing super crazy, but nerf the damage and increase its range, so it's just a big AoE button. Then it's like at least it's playable and doesn't feel like cheeks. 39 seconds locked off by casting coup, essentially have the CD or tricks at 10% CD. So you got like 40 seconds of. Oh, it's probably buffed up too with supercharger though, isn't it? Because I want to see exactly like how quickly you got killing speed back as a talent, just in terms of the time spent. Because it felt like it was like instant. You know what I mean? Oh, good friend, for coming. Wait, so Vamp is bouncing. Is he on the other team? Are you guys losing more than one? Holy, how many are we losing on that team? Supercharger coup, True Bearing. Oh, True Bearing too? Wait, I really gotta go back and look then. I really just want to zero in on that, like the box with the killing spree in there, and it has like a timer or whatever. I want to see like that clock go down. How quickly did you get it back? Because it felt like your killing spree, a bit of a shuffle, kidney shot, killing spree again. I was like, did you just killing spree? It was crazy. I kind of like that about Trixie though, that coup de grace thing. And how strong killing spree feels on that build. I do wonder if it's worth going back to Fatebound, but it seems like everybody's playing Trickster. Can you have my brother at Center Quest, Cold Sour? Are you EU or NA? Actually, because we got the groups open in LG right now. If you're EU, about that, we're NA. Or if you're NA, I can get you in, or at least attempt to. EU, we are on NA. That would be the problem. Yeah. So if you're not seeing the groups, we are on NA today. EU is Friday, Saturday is NA. Yeah. They got rid of Remorseless Winter. This stun. Yeah, they got rid of that talent that allowed Remorseless Winter to rack up a stun. That gave it a slightly longer cooldown. I feel like that should be brought back in. Yeah. Just me or Layson on the other group. Just me and Layson in the other group. Chicago even bounced? Wait a second. Everybody bounced? Oh. Good luck, Dombrowski. All good. Yeah, hold on. If it's down, you just only, you and Layson on the other team. No Chicago. That, good enough. I'm just doing 5. Yeah, exactly. We'd have like tricks to speed. That's really about it. Should we just call it early then? Easy for 2v5 depth. Yeah. We might just want to call it early, man. Just to get you guys out of here. Yeah. Look back on the stream and it looks like 4 or 5 seconds. Yo, I gotta look then. I recorded it, so at least you'll be able to look back. That's probably gonna be a highlight, honestly, because that's kind of wild how quickly you got it back. That felt odd. Plus 100 million damage to 3 people is a lot of damage. How is it just some wacky stuff, man? I feel like it's a lot harder to play as Trickster, but it can do really some wacky stuff if you get it set up correctly. It's just kind of pretty wild, honestly. I feel like Fatebound was a lot more like chill, and as long as you're using finishers, you're good. You do a lot of damage. But Trixie is like, it's more like a setup heavy, but like it does a lot of damage. I guess that's it, fam. GG's. Yeah, I think we'll call it, man. I think we'll call it here. 4. Actually 4. Okay, well, I'll probably add like a countdown or something. Surrender to the very last sliver of HP. I don't blame him, man. I don't blame him. GG's all TY for coming by. Hey, we'll call it here, bros. We'll call it here. Call it a little early. No big deal. Maybe next week we'll have an easier time putting some groups together. EU definitely kept playing games again and again. But I've noticed like either like sometimes EU plays a bunch of games and NA just plays less. But then when EU plays those games, NA starts playing a bunch of games, man. So it's just like, it's the ebb and flow. You know what I mean? I'm dead. I would have left earlier. Color or what we call WoW, like a die system. Honestly, I'm surprised they haven't done a die system by this point. They're letting you die like, they're letting you die the quality of items. You know how you have like green items, blue items, purple? In the next patch, they're actually letting you change the color. So if you want like it's mostly a colorblind setting, but like if you want to be able to see what's an epic item, common, rare, all that, if you have like, yeah, they're just given some of that capability. So they added like a color adjustment system, but like imagine if they had a color dye system in WoW, like take the parts of the armor, parts of the pieces, and just like change them to a different color altogether. I feel like people would have a lot of fun with it. Maybe they'll, dude, I mean, I think maybe that's the next step, right? Because they got to keep upping the ante. They're doing the housing, and they're going to add like a bunch of like housing stuff and ways for you to decorate your house at midnight. But then after midnight, like they're going to be like, okay, well, you got to add more customization. Dice system. So then they always have something new to bring you. That's probably in their vaults. It's probably in their back pocket, man. You know what I mean? Because what would be the reason for losing 0.5 million since previous trinket was Rotfang. What am I missing? I is very good on long fights. So try simming it for a 6-min encounter. It's probably to be better there. It's generally a good, can't spell generally, good prog trinket. Really considered be a good prog trinket. There we go. Personal ships. Yeah, dude, nah. They tried the boat stuff with garrisons, if you don't remember. Maybe at some point late in the future. Yeah, they probably could do it. GG's, I'm out. Writing sounds good, my man. Thank you, boys. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks for popping in, man. Thanks for at least attempting to put some goods together. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go get some to eat, get some work done. I got a lot of stuff to do over the weekend anyway, so this is perfect for me either way. You guys have a good one. I'll catch you probably Tuesday, unless I decide to stream Monday, which, depending on how much work I have over the weekend, 50-50. There's actually a decent chance I could stream Monday if we got a lot of stuff done this week. Alrighty, you guys have a wonderful one. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys Tuesday or Monday, yeah? Peace.